Breaking news from SpaceX has revealed a fascinating shift in their Starship landing strategy. While we've all watched in awe as the massive Mechazilla catch tower grabbed headlines, SpaceX engineers have been quietly developing an alternative approach that could revolutionize how these giants return to Earth. The story begins not in the sky, but at sea. As SpaceX races toward their ambitious goal of 44 Starship launches from Florida and 25 from Starbase, they're facing a crucial challenge: how to bring these massive rockets home safely, efficiently, and most importantly, in any weather condition. The current Mechazilla system, while revolutionary, has shown its limitations during early tests. Now SpaceX is turning to a tried-and-true solution that could change everything. Think about this. Starship, the largest and most powerful rocket ever built, could soon be touching down on floating platforms in the middle of the ocean, just like its smaller sibling, the Falcon 9. This isn't just a step forward. It's a complete rethinking of how we handle the return of these massive vehicles. The implications? Massive. We're talking about potential cost reductions that could transform space travel as we know it, bringing us closer to regular moon missions, Mars colonization, and yes, even space tourism that doesn't require a billion-dollar bank account. Welcome to Elon Musk 24 Hours, where today we're going to break down exactly how SpaceX plans to pull off this incredible feat, the engineering challenges they're facing, and why this decision could be the key to unlocking truly rapid reusability. Let's dive right in. 3 years ago, in a lesser-known SpaceX meeting room, a team of engineers gathered around a simple sketch that would later reshape our understanding of rocket recovery. They called it the Marine Recovery System, a bold return to a proven concept that could unlock the full potential of Starship operations. Today, that sketch has evolved into what might be SpaceX's most pragmatic innovation yet. The numbers tell a compelling story. Each Starship launch costs around $100 million. But here's where it gets interesting. With successful reusability, that cost plummets to $10 million by the 10th launch. Push that to 100 launches? We're looking at just $1 million per mission. This isn't just about saving money. It's about democratizing space access in ways we've never seen before. But achieving these economics isn't as simple as copying the Falcon 9's playbook. Starship presents unique challenges that have kept SpaceX engineers up at night. The sheer size and thrust of this behemoth dwarf anything we've seen before. When Starship fires its engines, it generates forces that would tear apart the same drone ships that catch Falcon 9s like clockwork. This brings us to the heart of SpaceX's engineering dilemma. The original plan with Mechazilla was brilliant. Catch the rocket mid-air, eliminate the need for landing legs, save weight, and speed up turnaround times. But nature had other plans. Weather delays and the complexities of precise catching mechanisms have forced SpaceX to rethink their approach. Every day of delay costs millions, and with their ambitious launch schedule, they simply can't afford to wait for perfect conditions. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Rather than continuing to push against these natural limitations, SpaceX is embracing a hybrid approach that combines the best of both worlds. The team is developing a new generation of drone ships, massive platforms that make the current ones look like toys. These aren't just scaled-up versions of what we've seen before. They're complete reimaginings of what a landing platform can be. The engineering behind these new vessels is nothing short of revolutionary. They need to handle the equivalent force of several freight trains hitting them at once, all while maintaining perfect stability in ocean swells. The platforms will incorporate advanced stabilization systems, reinforced landing zones, and sophisticated fire suppression systems that can handle Starship's massive Raptor engines. But SpaceX isn't just stopping at the landing platforms. They're completely rethinking the landing legs for Starship. The new design needs to thread an incredibly fine needle, strong enough to support a 100-ton rocket landing at sea, yet light enough not to significantly impact payload capacity. The solution? A breakthrough in materials science and engineering that draws inspiration from nature itself. The real genius here lies in how these sea landings fit into SpaceX's broader vision. While many focused on the spectacular catches planned for Mechazilla, SpaceX was quietly developing a more robust, more flexible system. Think about it. With multiple drone ships stationed in the Atlantic, they can handle various mission profiles, weather conditions, and even emergency scenarios. It's a level of operational flexibility that could prove crucial for maintaining their aggressive launch schedule. This approach becomes even more critical when we consider SpaceX's ultimate goal: Mars colonization. The lessons learned from these ocean landings directly translate to future Mars missions. Every successful sea landing provides valuable data about how to land these massive vehicles in less than ideal conditions. The irregular waves of the Atlantic become analogs for the unpredictable Martian terrain. Elon Musk himself highlighted this connection in 2023, commenting on a dual Falcon Heavy landing. "That's how we will land on Mars." It wasn't just a casual observation. It was a glimpse into SpaceX's long-term strategy. The precision required to land on a moving ocean platform closely mirrors the challenges of landing on Mars, where conditions can change rapidly and communications delays mean the spacecraft must make split-second decisions autonomously. The implications extend far beyond just landing rockets. This new approach could accelerate SpaceX's timeline for human Mars missions. By perfecting these landing techniques on Earth, they're essentially running a continuous Mars landing simulation program. Each successful ocean landing brings us one step closer to seeing humans set foot on the red planet. But the path forward isn't without its challenges. The FAA has outlined 3 distinct landing options for Starship: the original Mechazilla catch, the new drone ship landings, and even expendable landings in designated areas of the Atlantic. This multimodal approach gives SpaceX unprecedented flexibility in how they recover their vehicles. But it also increases the complexity of their operations. The heat shield remains a critical piece of the puzzle. Whether landing on a drone ship or being caught by Mechazilla, Starship must first survive re-entry. The thermal protection system has to work flawlessly, protecting the vehicle from temperatures that could melt steel. SpaceX has made significant progress here, but they're not taking any chances. Each landing attempt provides valuable data about how their heat shield performs under real-world conditions. Looking ahead, SpaceX's landing strategy represents more than just a technical solution. It's a philosophy about how to approach complex problems. Instead of betting everything on a single spectacular solution, they're developing a flexible system that can adapt to changing conditions. This approach might not grab headlines like a rocket-catching tower, but it could prove to be the key to making space travel as routine as air travel. The impact on future space exploration is profound. With reliable, flexible landing systems, we're not just looking at more frequent launches, we're looking at a fundamental change in how we approach space travel. Mining operations on asteroids, research stations on Mars, and even space tourism suddenly become more feasible when you can reliably land massive spacecraft in various conditions. As we watch these developments unfold, one thing becomes clear. SpaceX isn't just building a better rocket, they're building a better future. Each successful landing, whether at sea or on land, brings us closer to becoming a truly spacefaring civilization. The dream of making life multiplanetary isn't just about the technology. It's about developing robust, reliable systems that can work under any conditions. The next few years will be crucial. As SpaceX continues to refine their landing systems, each success and failure will provide valuable lessons that shape the future of space exploration. They're not just aiming for occasional successful landings. They're building toward a future where launches and landings happen with the regularity and reliability of airline flights. This is the story of how SpaceX is turning science fiction into science fact, one landing at a time. By combining proven techniques with cutting-edge innovation, they're creating a future where space travel is not just possible, but practical. The journey from sketch to reality hasn't been easy, but it's a testament to human ingenuity and determination. As we watch these massive rockets touch down on floating platforms in the middle of the ocean, we're witnessing more than just technical achievement. We're watching the future of human space exploration take shape. As SpaceX continues to refine these landing strategies, we're witnessing a pivotal moment in spaceflight history. Whether it's the graceful descent onto a drone ship or the spectacular catch by Mechazilla, each landing brings us closer to a future where Mars isn't just a distant dream, it's our next destination. The evolution of Starship's landing system shows us something profound. Sometimes the best solutions combine the revolutionary with the reliable. By building on proven methods while pushing the boundaries of what's possible, SpaceX is creating a future where space travel is both ambitious and dependable. What do you think about SpaceX's approach to landing Starship? Will drone ships prove to be the key to rapid reusability? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective on this exciting development. If you want to stay updated on the latest SpaceX innovations and Elon Musk's vision for the future, make sure to subscribe to Elon Musk 24 Hours and hit that notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned something new about Starship's landing strategy. This is Elon Musk 24 Hours, bringing you the latest in space exploration and innovation. See you in the next video. From space race veteran to rising star, the Boeing Starliner and Dream Chaser story. In the high-stakes world of space exploration, success stories can turn into cautionary tales overnight. Today, we're witnessing a dramatic shift in the commercial space landscape, one that perfectly captures how quickly fortunes can change in this cutting-edge industry. On one side, we have Boeing's Starliner, once considered a cornerstone of NASA's commercial crew program, now facing what could be its final chapter. This $4.2 billion spacecraft, backed by one of aerospace's most storied companies, has struggled to overcome a series of technical setbacks and delays. But as Starliner's story appears to be winding down, another spacecraft is ready to take center stage. Enter Dream Chaser, Sierra Nevada Corporation's innovative spaceplane that's bringing back something we haven't seen since the space shuttle era: the ability to land on a runway with precious cargo from space. The contrast couldn't be more striking. While Boeing's Starliner faces an uncertain future, Dream Chaser is preparing for its first launch from Kennedy Space Center. With its unique design and impressive capabilities, including the ability to return sensitive scientific experiments from space within 30 minutes of landing, Dream Chaser isn't just filling a gap, it's redefining what's possible in space transportation. Hey everyone, welcome back to Elon Musk 24 Hours. Today we're going to explore how Dream Chaser is positioning itself to become the next big player in space exploration, while examining the factors that led to Starliner's dramatic fall from grace. Let's dive right in. The story of space exploration has always been about pushing boundaries, but sometimes the most significant advances come from learning from past mistakes. To understand why Dream Chaser's emergence is so crucial, we need to step back to 2011, the year NASA retired its iconic space shuttle program. The space shuttle's retirement left a critical void in our space capabilities. These magnificent vehicles weren't just about getting to space, they were about coming home. They could deliver crews and cargo to orbit and, just as importantly, bring them back with unprecedented gentleness and precision. But at $1.5 billion per launch, the program had become unsustainable. The question wasn't just about replacing the shuttle, it was about revolutionizing space travel for a new era. Enter Boeing, a company whose history with NASA stretched back to the dawn of the space age. When NASA announced its commercial crew program in 2014, Boeing seemed like the natural choice. The agency awarded them $4.2 billion to develop the Starliner spacecraft, significantly more than the $2.6 billion given to SpaceX for their Crew Dragon. The investment reflected NASA's confidence in Boeing's experience and expertise. But sometimes, experience can be a double-edged sword. The first signs of trouble emerged in December 2019. Starliner's inaugural uncrewed test flight was supposed to be a straightforward demonstration: reach the International Space Station, dock, and return safely to Earth. Instead, it became a wake-up call that would echo through the halls of both Boeing and NASA. Minutes after launch, something went wrong. Starliner's internal clock was off by 11 hours, a seemingly simple software error that had catastrophic consequences. The spacecraft, confused about its location and timing, burned through precious fuel attempting to maintain its position. It never reached the space station. While Boeing managed to bring Starliner home safely, the mission revealed deeper issues that would take years to address. But this wasn't just about a single software glitch. Subsequent investigations uncovered multiple problems that could have led to disaster during re-entry. The question wasn't just about fixing technical issues anymore. It was about understanding how such fundamental problems could have slipped through Boeing's supposedly rigorous testing procedures. Meanwhile, as Boeing struggled, another company was quietly revolutionizing the concept of space transportation. Sierra Nevada Corporation had been developing Dream Chaser, a spacecraft that looked more like a miniature space shuttle than a traditional capsule. But this wasn't just about aesthetics. Dream Chaser represented a fundamental rethinking of how we return from space. The spacecraft,